Oh my God, who could it be? Yes, it's Daphne Brogdon on FoodTokTV. Hi guys, how are you? Is anybody here yet? I'm starting early. Because I need to get my provisions. Yes, people are being notified. People are coming in. Hi, I'm Daphne Brogdon. This is FoodTokTV, the longest running live cooking show in TikTok history. Yay! And I am originally from, well, I'm not originally from, I'm here in Los Angeles. And I had a show on Food Network called Daphne Dishes. I have Daphne Dishes Again on YouTube. I'm Daph Brog on TikTok. There's going to be a quiz at the end of this, so be sure to keep all my credits online. And today I'm cooking for you on Food Talk TV. And the first thing I'm doing is procuring some fresh seasonal ingredients. Who's coming in? Who's giving us likes here on Food Talk TV? Who's tapping that screen? I can't even see it, but thank you. Okay, hi Amanda, hi Lisa, hi Bernadine. Makes me feel like Romper Room. Are you guys old enough to remember Romper Room? Oof, as you can tell from my crow's feet, I'm old enough to remember. Yeah, gotta get back onto the light. Oh, look at this. Oh, see, guy. Oh, look at these sweet rewards. Oh, look at this. Oh, see, guy. Oh, look at these sweet rewards. How nice. How nice. How sweet of you. Okay, we have a special guest star today who's going to be helping me out. Wait, I think she just came in. I got to find her. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can get her. Wait, there we go. Very special guest. Special guest. There she is. There's the queen, Queen G. She's a latest addition to our Food Talk TV universe.
Good afternoon.
Okay, do I call you Queen or Christine?
Carrie.
Carrie, I'm sorry. Carrie,
That's
that's
okay.
right. Carrie, how are you?
I'm doing well. Looks like you have a beautiful day outside.
Well, it's overcast, but I think it's burning up. But I came out to get some provisions for my meal. So anyway, but so glad you could join me. And I got to figure out this box thing. But anyway, but while you're in the bigger box, let people know a little bit about you and your show and when it's going to be on and when we can watch you.
Okay, so my name is Carrie. I have a show on my own channel called Queen G's Texas Kitchen. I will be joining Food Talk's regular program on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock Central, starting on April the 29th. And my show name is called What's in Papa's Belly.
What is in Papa's belly?
You got to come watch and find out.
Is that what you would call your dad?
Actually, that is what my husband is called.
Oh.
So we have 10 grandchildren. All of them are girls, except we have one little boy.
No way.
Yes. And when I was little, I had a papaw. And
that's so cute.
I had a meemaw and a papaw. And my papaw had this really odd shaped body. He was very thin man, but he had a very big belly that was hard as a rock and shaped like a beach ball. And I was mesmerized by it. So I would ask him over and over again, and he would tell me the same answer. What's in there? What is that? And I would poke it, and he would say, it's all your meemaw's good cooking. So I would always imagine,
there you go.
What is all that stuff in there? I just had all these visions of what was in his belly. So I always thought if I ever had a cookbook or, a restaurant, that's what I would name it. So I thought it was perfect for my food talk show.
Oh, terrific. Okay, well, great. And welcome in Mr. New Orleans Beignet Chef. I think it's Beignet King. I'm sorry. I don't know who you're asking, if you're asking Carrie or me. And I love being mom. Oh, wait, these, I was thinking of getting them removed. I always feel like maybe I'm over acrylic nails. Maybe I should just go on natural. But anyway, okay, love hearing about your show. Totally look forward to it. Great POV, great view and all that. And here I'm waving my rosemary around because this is going to go into my first dish. And then the second thing I'm going to grab is some sorrel here. Carrie, I don't know if you have ever cooked with sorrel.
I have not. What is sorrel?
Well, sorrel is an unsung vegetable. I'm a little evangelical about sorrel. It looks just like it's like ordinary, like spinach or something. Oh, hey, Mama T, thanks for coming in. But it's crazy because it actually tastes like lemon.
Oh.
And you cut it up and put it in a salad or saute it. I'm gonna include it in one of my recipes today. You can make a sorrel soup. It's fantastic. I'm just gonna grab a bunch of it, and I actually had to keep my chickens. One of the reasons I finally corralled all my chickens was because they love my sorrel. It's really tasty and it's good for you. It's a very good vegetable for you. But anyway, okay, so we'll go back into the kitchen. So we got a lot of things going on because we got Carrie here, and we're gonna learn more about her, and she's gonna help me along today. Wait, Butters, come on, gotta get my dog, my lab here. So my daddy's from Georgia, so if I'm around a Southerner, I go Southern so fast. Hey, Trini's here. Trini, say hi to Carrie.
Hi, Trini. Welcome in.
Trini's a prolific food creator. Okay.
Trini lives close to me.
You guys there's so many Texans in this world. Okay, now I've got to figure out how to put you in the smaller box. Oh boy. Is Taylor here? How do I do that?
I think you click on multi.
Babs is here. I'm sorry, Carrie. What'd you say?
I think you go into multi-guest and it has the panel view.
Okay, hang on there.
And it shows you like the boxes you can choose. There. Did it.
Did I do it?
You did it.
Oh my God. Amazing. Okay, great. Oh, okay, Taylor got it. Okay, far out. All right, so let me get situated here. So I'll tell you what I'm going to make.
Thanks, Taylor.
Yeah.
Love your box gardens, by the way. I'm just getting into that. My husband just built me one for what was it? I don't know, some holiday. He built me one. It's in my formal dining room right now.
A box garden?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I know.
I might have to plant me some sorrel now.
Yes. Listen, it is so durable. A lot of my other crops come and go with the seasons. The sorrel is a workhorse. And sometimes I just put it in my smoothie so I can make sure. So, Carrie, if you can help me see any comments that I missed, that would be really great.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad Babs is here. I've missed you, Babs. Okay, so you guys, here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to start with, I'm going to do kind of Italianish stuff. And if you saw my show last week, my handsome Italian fiance was on with me. He's back to work because that was, oh, yay! Thank you, Trini. Thank you guys, everybody who's tapping, who's up at the top. We want to get a little hearts. The more likes that Food Talk TV gets, the better. And also, rewards. We got the chili peppers, all that stuff. There's a lot of different great culinary creators on Food Talk TV. Daphne Brogdon, and one of them, and Carrie down here in the box is going to have her new show coming up in just a couple weeks, so we can't wait to see it. So here was my inspiration for the first thing. I was having some friends over, and let me find it. Okay. My daughter and I are out shopping, and we go in this kind of fancy cheese store. And we see this little thing, and it says like white bean puree dip. I went, oh, well, we've got company coming over tonight. Let's grab that white bean. Yeah, sure. Go to check it out. It was $10. 10 after-tax dollars for this little thing. So I opened it up, and we were eating it. And I thought, this white bean dip better knock my socks off. My socks are still firmly on my feet. It was super unimpressive. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make my own white bean dip. And it's going to cost a lot less and be a lot better. Also, it was like super liquidy. Do you ever do that, Carrie? You buy something and you're like, I can make this better.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, right? So what I started with is last night I soaked my beans and I was getting all ambitious. Like, okay, I put the beans and the garlic in. And then this morning I was like, let's just use a can.
I was going to say, boy, you are ambitious. I would have grabbed a can of beans.
We're on the same wavelength.
We are.
Well, you know how it is. There's a comic named Gary Goldman who is a laugh riot, and he has a really hilarious bit. Oh, Bria, I loved your live last week with your fiance. You were fantastic. Thank you. Oh, Bria, you were so sweet last week. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. He was so cute. He loved doing it, and it was fun to have him. But he works all the time, so hardly ever. But yeah, that was really fun. But anyway, so Gary Goldman, the comic, he talks about how like at night you're full of ambition. At night you're like, I'm going to get up at 5. I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to get the band back together. I'm going to do my taxes. I'm going to write the great American novel. Then you wake up in the morning, you're like, do I have any sick days left?
I am the same way. I am full of ideas when I lay down to go to sleep. So I started getting my phone out and writing these great ideas down.
Now, can you execute any more of them now that you're writing them down? Thank you,
Yeah, actually I have because it's kind of what happened. I started doing a lot of my own spices. So garlic powder, onion powder, chipotle powder. So as I lay there and I sleep, I think, oh, I could do mangoes. I'm going to do apples next. So it kind
Ooh.
of works, but there's a lot of stuff on the list that never happens.
Wow. Well, I guess that's the best laid plans. But the other thing I do is, can opener is not treating me right. Is you got a to-do list, and then you do some stuff that weren't on the to-do list. So you go and you write on the to-do list.
Oh, yeah.
So like, that was legit. I got the oil changed. It just wasn't on the list, but I'm putting it back on the list.
Makes you feel more accomplished.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And especially if you're going through, I advise people, if they're ever going through a hard time, I think it can really help you kind of, just start to get so Carrie, my story is my husband passed 4 years ago. And so obviously the first 2 years was super, super hard. And there were some days where it would be like, if I just made do laundry, clean kitchen counter. And it just made me feel like, okay, I got up and I did those things. And you know what, people, if that's all you can do, good for you. That's good for you. Just keep going. Just do whatever little task you can do.
Jen 1960 is in the room. She says, hi, guys.
Oh, hey.
Her and Trini just did a grub match battle. So y'all be sure to go to foodtalktv.com and vote
Oh my God.
your favorite competitor.
Trini's the grub match queen, isn't she?
I think that was her second one. Trini, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. May have been her third one.
Well, Trini is always fun to watch. Okay, well, I love it. My cooking show is like at a standstill because I can't get the can open. No wonder I was going to make my beans, Carrie.
Okay, so it was Trini's second. So y'all can vote daily. So be sure to go vote because every vote counts.
Yeah, where do we vote?
You can vote at foodtalktv.com. You can also vote at grubmatch.tv.
This is hilarious. Look at this. If the zombie apocalypse hits and I'm left with my canned goods, I'm sunk. I'm dead.
Just don't cut yourself.
Yeah. This is I'm never gonna get these out. Oh, it's gonna be a short-lived recipe. So then the other thing that I'm doing is a sausage, kind of an Italian. Well, it's not kind of. It is Italian, but since I'm not Italian, I always like to kind of put that disclaimer. So both of these things are because
Cass says bang it on the sidewalk.
Seriously, this is driving me crazy. This is live television here. Look at this. Look at this. I can't get this off. It's funny because I had this feeling. I thought, oh, should I open the can before the live? And I was like, oh, how hard will it be to open up the can? But
No, this is way more entertaining. An open can is so boring.
you could just see me later cutting the highlight reel. All it will be is me and my can. Oh my
And for the
God.
next hour, we'll actually make the dip.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God.
There you go.
Look. The can is open. The can is open. Praise. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna bring this over here before I have to. Boom. Okay.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, this is old school. Now I've always got to. The one thing that was great about last week is I wasn't in my kitchen, and I think of myself as having a nice kitchen, but where we were staying, the kitchen had such a big, deep island that it was really good for camera angles, and I think it actually helped my the whole cooking situation. Okay, so here it is. White bean dip that doesn't cost you $10. So we're doing the can. We're going to do a can of that, and I've got some garlic. Now, if you wanted to do the stovetop version, which is what I started off doing, I put the garlic and the salt and the beans and just let them soak them. So you can do it that way if you want. And both of these recipes are kind of inspired by the fact that my pain in the ass kids, they've decided that they hate beans, but if I puree it, they'll eat it. And they used to say they love sausage, and I bought all this really good sausage, and they're like, we're sick of sausage. So I'm going to take these sausage links and I'm going to take them out and make a sausage pasta, which I know they will eat. So it's, you know how that is with kids. Sometimes you got to kind of fool them into.
Oh, yes.
You know, dear mom and grandma, you know all about it.
Oh, yes. At Thanksgiving time, we tell the kids that that's one really big chicken on the table. And they keep coming back. Mimi, can I have more chicken? Of course. Have all the chicken you
They
want.
won't eat it if you say it's turkey?
If it's turkey, no. But if we call it a chicken, I made them eat salmon one time because I told them it was chicken. They love salmon. As long as they think it's chicken, they'll eat it.
That's so crazy. And it's not like, that's a very pink chicken.
Right.
Oh.
Jen is having flashbacks, the legumes again.
Oh,
That was their secret ingredient, was the legumes that they worked with.
Oh, that's a big one. Oh, Bria, yeah, I love that island. Wasn't that a great island? It was so pretty.
And Taylor said she used to work in a bar. They had cans of juice but no opener, so they slammed them on the bar corner.
Ow. Well, no wonder you're sick. Boy, that's crazy. I think I'd bring my own to work. Okay, so in the food processor, so very simple. You got company coming over. You want to make a nice, quick appetizer. Here you go. Can of beans, once opened. Garlic cloves, red pepper. That was the other thing with my store-bought white bean was it had no heat to it. It had no complexity. So one of my philosophy with cooking is, because I started off as a comic before I was cooking, is, in comedy there's 3 beats, and in food there's 3 beats, because there's what you taste at the front, what you taste at the top of the mouth, and then the last thing. So if you have something that it's like, think of just like mayonnaise, that's 1 beat. So with this bean thing, I'm thinking, how do I layer the flavor? And I'm sure, like with your Texas cooking, you got all kinds of layering.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and that's why I also wanted the rosemary. So, action shot.
Love your kitchen.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's nice. This window over the sink, though, it gives me a little problem sometimes when I film, if I'm backlit. So like here, when I first was on TikTok, all my videos were standing right here in front of this window. I was like, ooh, look at that natural light, before I figured out to get some lights. But all right, so lots of oops, what did I just do there? A lot of rosemary. Anyway, welcome to Food Talk TV. I'm Daphne Brogdon, formerly of Food Network Daphne Dishes, and on YouTube. And what else? You know what? I just made a mistake. I got distracted here. Hang on. I don't want to put my rosemary in yet. I want to put it in oil and then put it in. I am not thinking. All right. Carrie, tell the people to tap the screen.
Yes, if you're just coming in, you are joining Food Talk TV, and we have Daphne on today. And my name is Carrie. I will be I'll be on this show starting Tuesday, April 29th at 7 o'clock Central. My show will be called Papa's Belly. So I'm here hanging out with Daphne today, and she is making a white bean dip.
I am. A white bean dip with some flavor that's not going to cost me $10. Okay, so now I'm doing the olive oil and some rosemary, and I'm kind of making it up. I'm thinking, should I throw in some onion? I don't know. Because I want the rosemary and the red pepper to hit in the mouth. Last week I made up 2 weeks ago I made up this rice recipe on the fly. It was fantastic. I did sun-dried tomatoes and all this kind of stuff.
I love it when it comes together like that. But my problem is that if I'm not writing it down when I go, then I forget how I did it.
Well, that's true too. Okay, Bria says onion, so I'm going to do a little onion.
Alter Ego is in the room. Alter Ego will be joining me on my show. That is my husband of 30 years.
The other thing is I'm so big on not wasting and hating to go to the store. So a lot of times what I'm making on any given day is just, what do I have on hand? And I'll figure it out. I'll make it up. Okay, so the rosemary is in the olive oil right now.
Why are you putting the rosemary in olive oil and not just directly in the food processor?
Because I want it to, thank you, good question. I want it to bloom, and then I want the oil to also be infused, and I'm afraid if I just put in the raw rosemary too, it might be kind of like when you eat it, you might feel like you're being punished. I figured a little crispy rosemary would be better, so I'm just going to do a quick little dice of some onions. Welcome to Food Talk TV. I think it's also a nice break because sometimes I won't say why, but sometimes current events can make people a little tense, and it's nice sometimes to just decompress and cook. And I also found, like I was speaking of my grief earlier, a big, not like a huge thing that helped me and my daughter actually work through our grief was cooking. It was hugely helpful. One of the first things that got me out of the house was I started going to volunteer and cook for Meals on Wheels.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So what are you going?
As my grandma used to say. Yeah, to be of service always helps. There's always somebody who's more down in the dumps than you too.
So what will you be dipping into your dip? Are we doing hummus or chips, or what kind of things are good with this dip?
God, you ask such good questions, Carrie. Funny you should say that, because I had my birthday party a few weeks ago, and I asked my girlfriend Carlene, can you bring some crackers? Because I was going to have all these dips. I'm buried in crackers. So it's a riot. This is like a third of what's left from the party. Wow. So I have to say, my two favorites have been this crispy rosemary one. No, this is the crispy rosemary one. And then there's one in here that was quite popular last night, which is very kind of wafery and plain. So I think either the wafery plain or the rosemary one are going to go well. So can you guys see it? Ooh, the nice aromatics. That's the one problem with TikTok. You can't smell what I'm smelling. Oh, what's in cheese? Oh, who's new here? Hello, who's ever new? I missed that, Carrie. Who's new here? Welcome in, welcome in. Food Talk TV, I'm Daphne Brogdon, and I am your cooking creator today, but anytime you come onto this channel, you're gonna find a variety of fabulous culinary cooking creators, including the gal here in the box, Carrie, who's gonna have her own show, Queen G, in just a couple weeks. I mean, she already has her own stuff, but on Food Talk.
It's Adelinda. It says she's new here, but she's really not new here. She's messing with you.
Oh, is that right? Okay, good. Well, I can't see anything. So anyway, so now I'm pouring in, I'm pouring this in. Da-da-da-da.
Okay, so what we have right now is we have the cannellini beans. Is that right?
Correct.
Cannellini beans. We have rosemary infused oil with onions. Yep.
Right. Rosemary, yeah. So we've got cannellini beans, rosemary, onion, olive oil infused, and red pepper, and salt. And I'm thinking chicken broth.
Were you going to add the sorrel to this, or was that for another dish?
Thank you for asking. That's for the other. I think I'm going to put that in the other dish because I put the rosemary in this one. Now let's see how it goes. I also could add yogurt to it if needed, but let's see how far we get with this.
So this kind of reminds me of a hummus.
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Different bean, but kind of reminds me of hummus.
Well, and it's just nice to, because I don't know about you, but like when I do like a wine and cheese night and I eat cheese like it's like I'm 20 and it won't affect my figure.
Mima's asking if you drained the beans.
I did. Which I probably didn't need to, though. Okay, hang on. This is a very old thing here, so I'm just trying to get this situated here. Oh, okay.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. If you could tap the screen for us, show Daphne some love, we would greatly appreciate it.
Okay, that's hilarious. I guess
if you're not already following us, please give us a follow at the top. We are the longest running food show on TikTok. Live stream cooking shows every day of the week since I don't know when, 2021, consecutively 365 days a year.
Yeah, and that's a lot in the TikTok universe. Okay, so good. I'm already pleased with how this is looking because one of my beefs with my overpriced store-bought white bean, it was really liquidy. It was too liquidy. Okay, so this already has, yeah, okay, I'm glad I drained it. No, I was right, not drained. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a taste. I like it. I really can taste the rosemary, which is fun. And in the back of the mouth, I'm tasting the red pepper. So we'll just put in a little ramekin.
We are at 5,400 likes. Let's see if we can get her to 10K. That would be awesome.
Buongiorno. There's more Italians in the house. There's a lot of Italians in the house. I'm like, oh, don't mean to wake you, but I'm doing a live cooking show. Okay, I love how this looks. My God, I really love how this came together. This was great. The longest, hardest part was just getting that can open.
So when you're relaxing and you're not on the hook to cook a dinner. Oh, that looks beautiful.
It looks good, right? Okay, I'm gonna get back out. Yeah, what was your question, Carrie?
When you're not on the hook to make dinner for anybody and you just want something to eat, what are you going to fix for yourself?
Oh my God, that is so funny. I'm gonna go and see what leftovers are and heat it up and eat that.
Are you?
I hate waste. But let me think. What have I done lately? I'm getting over cold. I made myself a simple soup recently, just like, broth, vegetables, blah, blah, blah. And then, I marinated some beef tips in kind of like a teriyaki sauce and cut it up because I was trying to do like a little keto thing. I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah. But, usually I'm just like, oh, you guys didn't finish that. I'm not letting that go to waste. So here we go. So I'm going to use one of these. Way better than the store-bought. And this must have been, penny. I mean, how much is a can of beans? $1?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing. All
Did
right.
you grow the rosemary?
Yeah, I grow the rosemary.
So there. That's awesome.
Yeah, on the side of my house, my southern side. Rosemary is another great thing to plant, obviously, because that's the one you can't kill it. It just goes and goes and goes. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside because I have to take a picture later.
They're wanting to know where you're located.
Los Angeles. I have a freakishly large backyard for Los Angeles. It's unusual. We were very lucky. We bought when it's a long story, but we bought when the market went and we'd been saving, so we were able to
Nice.
scoop up somebody under distress. All right, so let's see. Let's go. We are doing. So here's the thing. I really wanted to do the Orecchiette day with sausage, and that's because I love doing the Orecchiette, which it's basically like Italian for ear. It's the little ear size ones. Because when you have the crumbled sausage, I love how it fits into it. But again, because I hate going to the store and I hate waste, we're going to use farfalle because that's what I have. But it'll be on Food Talk TV. The recipe will be as if it's Orecchiette. Mima, I need to plant some rosemary then. Oh my gosh, you should. But if you don't want it to take over your whole garden, put it in a planter. That's what I have. It's one of those things that will. But it's so good. I used to go and steal my neighbor's rosemary, and then one day I was like, why am I doing that? Why don't I just plant my own? And the other thing, Carrie, you asked about if I'm all alone, blah, blah, blah. My trade-off with my family members, usually I cook, they clean. But if it's just me and I have to cook and clean.
Exactly.
Hello. Yeah. No thanks. No thanks. All right, I'm going to wash my sorrel. Oh, no. I'm not going to wash my sorrel. I'm going to start with my water.
Y'all are doing so great tapping that screen. We're already up 2,000 more. We're at 7,400. Really appreciate that. And if you're just joining us, you're watching Daphne on Food Talk TV.
Me. Daphne Brogdon, former basic cable superstar. Okay, here we go. Water in the rear, so I have time for the sauce. One thing that the Italians have taught me is, usually for the water, you throw the salt right in. They're like, no, you don't want to do that. You salt later, because they said if you salt it earlier, it takes longer for it to boil.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, well, you all have been making pasta longer than I have, so I'll listen to you. Oh, Susan, love the cleaning. I know. I love a clean kitchen. I love a very clean, organized home, but it's not always in my brain to achieve that myself. Hello from New Orleans. Oh, I love New Orleans. How fun. Oh, Denise, you say that's true? Interesting. Oh, Brian, Bria, what was about salt? Saying don't salt the water as soon as you start it. Wait till the water is boiled and then salt it. There you go. I also have if we have time, I've got a quick little dessert thing I was also going to do. Oh, by the way, this is my favorite. I'm not selling this because I have not sold anything. But I call this a foil moil, you know, for wine.
Oh.
You guys figure that out.
Mr. New Orleans is making stuffed beignets. That sounds
What
good.
are you stuffing them with? How could they get any better? Hi from North Dallas. What are you stuffing them with? I'm so curious. I'm curious, as the Italians would say. All right, so now we're gonna get started on our farfalle with sausage and sorrel. And also I'm gonna use miso. I think this is a great thing to have. Hang on, let me find it. As a pantry staple, so to speak.
He's stuffing them with crawfish, boudin, bacon, cheese, and 100 flavors.
Okay, I've
Incredible.
never. I just thought of beignets as something sweet, not savory. Fascinating. I want to try that. That is fascinating. Okay, so here's something. Here's one of my kitchen tips. Wait a minute. What do they do? They 60-second cooking school.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
10-second cooking school. Get some miso. Get some miso and put it in your refrigerator. It is so flavorful. It gives you that umami flavor. You can add it to all kinds of things. It makes it creamier, makes it richer, and it lasts for months, literally months. So
Auntie Mary just joined and says hello.
Hi, wait a minute. Oh, hi. Hi, Monty Mary. How are you? Good to see you. I did an apple cinnamon walnut cobbler stuff. Oh, you might be gilding the lily there a little bit. I wonder. 5-second cooking school for me tonight. Order Pizza Hut. I know. You know, it just gets so expensive. I mean,
It does.
And these friends of mine, they were supposed to bring food, and they didn't bring the food, so they said, no. So I was like, well, I'll get it delivered, but can we split the cost? Because it really gets expensive. Anyway, so, all right, I need to focus. All right, and so this is going to be very, very simple, but very delicious. So we're going to start with the sausage.
Yeah, we're almost to 10K. Daphne, we're at 9,000.
No way.
Thank you.
It's not possible. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. 10-second cooking school. I love an iron pan. I do not want to cook without an iron pan. A gas stove and an iron pan. That's my jam. Oh my God, does that rhyme?
It rhymes.
It does rhyme. Well, shut my mouth. Okay, so I've got some really lovely sausages here that I got from a really, really good butcher. And they're, oh my God.
They look good.
Yeah.
They smell good? You're making a face.
They're fine. It's just, I thought I had my rosemary sausage and they're not. They're fennel sausage.
Oh. I was just going to ask you what kind of sausage.
I thought they were, yeah. Anyway, so simple as can be. I'm just going to open it up and get it out of the casing. Oh, you can't see. There we go. There we go. The right tripod makes such a difference. So we're just going to do that. And so it used to be, it was funny. We'd make it, where you just cut the sausage in discs or whatever. My kids won't eat it. But if I crumple the sausage, then they'll eat it. I don't know. It's like that. And they're not babies anymore. They're teenagers, but still, it can be difficult. There we go. All right, that's enough. That'll be enough. So it's about, I don't know what that works out to. About a pound? About a pound of sausage in it? And then we already got the onion out.
Yeah, Jenna Pie says she likes the casing gone too.
Yeah, what is that? It's funny. It definitely is more popular. I'm going to use the last of my onions.
So your farfel, I saw that it looked like it had orange. This is
Yeah,
solid.
it's a little fancier. Grano Italian Durham wheat similar. I don't know. My fiance got it first.
Oh, it looked like it had carrots or something in it.
Yeah, I wonder.
Orange. It's colorful.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, you know, once you know the basics around you can add anything into this dish. But I'm really just have this vision thing about the sausage and the sorrel. And I want something with a little bit of heat. Probably not as much as some of you Southerners use, but a little bit of heat.
Fran Diego is here and saying hello to both of us. Hi, Fran.
Oh my God, thank you, Fran. I missed you. I miss you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the words.
He's sending you chili peppers.
Yay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Fran. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Fran. And look, guess what? You're at 11K.
Oh,
pulling through.
Thank you. Yay. Thank you all for joining Food Talk TV, longest running live cooking show on TikTok. I'm Daphne Brogdon. This is my hour, but anytime you come on Food Talk, you're going to find a lot of great culinary creators. And I'm very excited for Carrie's show, Queen G's show, there in my box. And I don't know, Fran knows about your show. Tell Fran about your show.
Fran knows about my show. I mean, Bria is asking if you are going to be coming to Texas in May. I thought I'd let you answer that.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, Daphne? You will be coming to Texas to join us in May?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said you will be joining us in May, right? For the Food Talk event.
Oh, yeah. I know. I forgot to plug that. That's going to be crazy. Yeah, I'm going to Texas. I'm going to meet a bunch of you. We're going to do a whole bunch of live programming. It's like a Food Talk Palooza.
It is.
I think. So anyway, I'm making Italianish stuff today. I made a white bean dip, and now I'm on to an Orecchiette with ground sausage, except that it's not Orecchiette. It's farfalle. Oh,
improvising.
I've taken 2 Italian classes, and it's a little tough over 50 to learn a new language, but I'm trying. But I took a break for several months, and now this Tuesday I'm back in Italian class. It's so hard. I barely speak English, so it's gonna be tough. Let's get the.
Susan says she wants you to come to San Antonio.
What was that?
Susan wants you to come to San Antonio.
Oh my God, I've never been to San Antonio.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I've only ever been to Austin. Been there a lot. It's actually where my husband proposed to me. I love Austin, so it'll be my first time in Dallas.
My sister lives down in the San Antonio area.
Yeah, it's got that river walk and everything, right?
Yes.
Okay, now hang on. I'm going to forget what I'm making here. Oh, you know one thing I realized I forgot in my dip is a squeeze of lemon juice. But it was still good, but I would put a squeeze of lemon juice in there. Okay, now I got to get my sorrel. Now, the thing with sorrel that can be a little off-putting when you cook with it is it's so beautiful, bright and green. Tastes like lemon. But when you cook it, it's going to go almost brown. Like a swampy green.
So see, are you pulling the stems off of those, or you just want to eat the leaves?
Yeah, I'm pulling the stems off. But around here, nothing goes to waste because I will feed it to my chickens. I've got 6 chickens in the back. We feed them old Italian food. We feed them, everything.
And I noticed you left your onions really rough chopped, and you're not grinding down your meat, so you want those in bigger chunks too.
Wait, say that again, Carrie?
So you got your meat and your onions are in big chunks, right?
Yeah, they're in big chunks. Okay, I'm too far to the side. Okay, here, let me move this over. You got better? And then I can do that more too, or not. Sometimes that one's annoying. What do you think? The light is always a little vexing to me. On or off?
On.
On. Okay. Okay, I'm putting the farfalle in. Yeah, Kat, I don't know if you saw my live last week when I was in the vacation home. It had a giant island, so it made this whole setup so much easier. Okay, so that pretty farfalle is going in there. I've got the sausage and the onion. Yeah, I wanted to do big chunks today.
And it goes with the bigger farfalle pasta too.
Yeah. And that's something I learned with being in restaurants with my husband is how much it's also the presentation, and you got to think about the texture and the different shapes of things together. Okay, so now I'm going to just chop up my sorrel. And goes the sorrel. And again, I also like that sorrel is not something that you're going to find at the grocery store. Yet it's so easy to grow for yourself and a really healthy vegetable. Are you guys seeing this okay? I want to be able to get the different colors. Oh, probably throw some garlic in there. Okay, so we've got onion, sausage out of its casing, sorrel, olive oil, and let's do some red pepper. Oops. Uh-oh. So get a nice heat.
Looks delicious. I wish I could smell it.
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about. The sorrel did turn a little brown. That's what we want though, right?
You see how the color changed there?
Yes.
And it's going to add an interesting flavor. So now I'm going to do a spoonful of the miso. And I'm going to do a little bit of water.
Now, is Italian your kind of go-to cuisine, or?
Oh no!
Uh-oh, we fell down.
Fell out of the tripod. What were you saying, Carrie?
I was just asking if Italian is your normal type of cuisine to cook, or do you cook kind of everything?
I cook everything. I'm certainly influenced by living with an Italian. My late husband was a chef who was trained in France and spent a lot of time in Italy. So it's definitely French and Italian cooking. But lately, a lot of Italian. So I just threw some water in here. Now, you could also, if your pasta was ready for it, you could have just taken a scoop of the pasta water. That would work too. And also, I have some wine that I'm going to add. I'm a bit of a wine snob, so sometimes when people bring me wine that I don't like, I go, oh, that's good. I'll be cooking with it. Because you don't want to don't bother cooking with expensive wine. Get as inexpensive as you can. And I want to break up, see the miso here. So I'm wanting to get that. Miso adds so much fantastic flavor and really helps balance out the different things, because we've got the lemon of the sorrel, we've got the heat of the sausage or the red pepper, and it makes it a little creamier too. It's really nice also if you're ever cooking for like a vegetarian, and it's a way to get a little more flavor without adding an animal product, so to speak. All right, now I'm going to go and I hope you.
We need to tilt us down just a little bit so we can see.
Okay. What's happening here?
There we go.
There we go. All right, I gotta go drain this. pretty this bow tie pasta is. I mean, we call it bow tie or farfalla.
It's really pretty.
Pretty, right? Okay, so I'm gonna plate a pretty bowl because I'm trying to get better at the nice pictures for the recipe.
So when you talk about the sorrel and it tasting like lemon, does a lot of lemon flavor come through in the dish, or is it just like a hint of lemon? Just trying to imagine what that tastes like.
That's a very good question. You ask such good questions, Carrie. Yeah, so let me show you what the broth looks like without the beef even. So it's like a hint of, it's like kind of a hint of lemon. Yeah, needs a little salt. But very good. All right, so I'm gonna take some of this. And again, if you're thinking about the presentation, just put them on the bottom of the bowl. The other thing I learned a lot from the eating with Italians is they course everything. So in American, we're like, dinner's ready, and we'll go get our plate. We put the salad and the beef and the grains, and then no. They sit down, they eat the salad. Oh my God.
We feel again.
It's hilarious. You eat the salad. Then you go and you get the pasta dish or the rice dish. Sit down. And then you go and get the meat. And I like it because I'm always like, we're using the same plate. I'm not, let's not get crazy about how many things I'm going to clean here. But I feel like it helps you slow down and you eat food when it's hot. Because when you pile up everything on the plate and then you get to something like on Thanksgiving, you're like, oh, the turkey's cold. I mean, the chicken for your grandkids. The chicken.
Right.
Oh, I was looking to see if I had some parm. I think I froze it all. Anyway, I would throw some Parmesan on this just to make it look pretty. So let's see
if it was served with cheese. And somebody's asking about the orange flavor or the orange in the pasta.
Yeah, I think it's just a coloring thing because I don't think it tastes like anything. Let me see here. Yeah, I think it's just coloring. I think it's a marketing gimmick. But it definitely made it al dente. Okay, so we've got that. And for those of you guys that missed it, my white bean dip was fantastic. It's fantastic. With rosemary. That worked out really well. So clear this away. And then I got a crazy little quick dessert if we got time. I have another. Yay me. I thought to put in another tripod. Oh, I'm so happy. Just in case my tripod kept rejecting me. Here's another one.
Good to have a backup.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm Daphne Brogdon here on FoodTokTV, formerly of Food Network. You can find my channel at Daph Brog here on TikTok, and on YouTube I have Daphne Dishes Again for cooking. And riding side saddle here today is, thank you for the laughs, I love being mom, is Carrie of Queen G, who's got her own fabulous channel and is joining our Food Talk TV universe, and she's just got a great energy about her. Such intelligent questions, very, knows a lot about cooking and food and families and all that stuff. Oh, thank you, Fran. Fran's one of my moderators on my, she really helps me out, so I appreciate you helping us out today, Fran.
Fran's awesome.
As always, what would we do without you? Okay, so let me, here I am. Okay, I'm gonna clear the decks. I gotta just clear the decks here for my quick and easy dessert, which is gonna be made, again, we're going with cans. It's gonna be things from cans. Oh my God, I hope I can open it. It should be easier. It should be easier. Let me get a pot holder. Oh, so Carrie, if you're all alone, what do you like to make for yourself?
I'm kind of like with you. I go for the leftovers, but there's a snack that I like to eat. The pretzel chips, like the garlic Parmesan pretzel chips.
Ooh, that sounds addictive.
But I need thick cut salami and this buffalo cheese.
Oh, wow.
Those two, it's a perfect bite. I could eat my weight in that stuff.
Oh my God, that's adorable. You know what's so interesting? One thing I learned about Italians is the various villages every year, groups of people get together, slaughter a pig, and make their own sausage. So every time the Italians from the various towns have come to visit, they're like, I brought a sausage from my village. And, you know, they've all been great. But the one that just arrived here, which is from, it's northern Italy, because these are all northern Italians. I think it's from Cremona. Anyway, it was delicious. But I just love that as, you know, we're so disenfranchised from each other here, it feels like, you know, in the States. And that they just gather together and spend a couple days working on a sausage together. And then everybody takes home a few. I just love that.
That is neat.
Yeah.
No, friend, it's not cheese made from buffaloes. It's the, like, you know, like buffalo ranch. It's buffalo wing sauce kind of flavor.
Oh, I thought you meant like buffalo mozzarella.
Oh, no. And yes, this is my cat. He's very clingy. His name is Chef. You will hear him.
His name is Chef?
His name is Chef. He's wearing a tuxedo.
That's hilarious. Okay. So I didn't get to print up my, it's very funny how I have to go online and find my old recipes, because of course, you know, you don't remember them. Like you said, you don't remember if you don't write it down. I write them down and I still don't remember. This is why language classes are so hard for me. Okay, so this is going to be a coconut milk flan. We're going to use a can of coconut milk, a can of evaporated milk, 3/4 cup sugar, and 4 to 5 eggs, and some vanilla. And actually, we don't need a 1/4 cup. I think it's only about a 1/4 cup of sugar because there's a caramel, but I'm not going to do the caramel. I don't like things really sweet. But one of the reasons I wanted to do this also is because I have so many eggs now. I have these chickens. They took 6 months before they produced eggs. And now I'm like, I was ahead of the curve. You know, the whole thing with eggs costing so much. I never buy eggs. I'm passing eggs out all the time. So
It's a good problem to have these days.
it's a great problem to have. I feel like, you know, it's like one of those people that's like, I don't know, in 2000, I thought, why not buy Google stock? You know, like I was one of those people. But this is the one thing I was ahead of the curve on. And the thing that I love about this is also you cook it. You can cook it in a water bath, or we're gonna do a stovetop one, a stovetop custard. No, it's gonna be 3 egg yolks. Okay, I'm gonna make it simpler. I'm already revising my recipe as I'm looking at it. All right, so first we're just gonna get out the eggs.
And Jack, my dogs are downstairs. I'm upstairs right now. They're all downstairs. I don't let them run all over.
Homegrown eggs. So these are all from my chickens. All
That's
different
awesome.
sizes. Yeah.
About how many chickens do you have?
6. So I get 6 eggs a day.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good amount. So we're gonna do, I hate to waste, I wish I had something else right now I could use the egg whites for, because I really only need the yolks for this recipe, but.
Okay, I'm gonna ask probably a dumb question. I know absolutely nothing about chickens. I know how to cook them and eat them, but so what happens do you have to go out there every day and collect their eggs?
Well, yeah, it's a good question, because they'll fertilize, then I'll have more chickens.
Oh.
So, yeah, you want to get it. But you know what's interesting about eggs, is fresh laid eggs, because I don't know if you, when I was in Europe years ago, I was like, wait a minute, why aren't there eggs refrigerated? It's because if you don't wash the eggs will stay preserved. That's why, you know, they could be in the coop all day and they don't go bad.
Oh, that's interesting.
So once you wash them, then this like protective coating goes off. Oh, Jack, is your back feeling better from yesterday with me cooking? Wait, is that to you or to me?
It's to me. Yes, my back is feeling better, and yes, I will be on my show tonight.
I just recently spent a fortune on the chiropractor for my back, so I thought, oh, how did you know?
Yeah, my sourdough bread took me out this week.
What, your bread hurt you?
It did. I used a bigger bread oven, so I use these Dutch ovens that are cast iron.
Yes.
And I used one that was extra large. And I don't know, you know, sometimes you just like twist and turn a certain way. Well, I was pulling the rack out with those 2 big Dutch ovens on it, and I just turned a certain way. And the instant I did, I felt it burn straight up my back.
Oh, I know exactly how that feels. That is awful. Awful, awful. Okay.
Yeah, so last night my husband took over and did my live show for in my place, and I
Your
kind of
husband did it for you?
he did.
Oh my God, what a sweetheart. Is he used to that?
He's always my sidekick on my show. But cooking, that is new. So he cooked in my place. So it was pretty cool. He did a really good job.
Wow, what a good guy. Yeah, I mean, I just had my fiance help me that one last week, which was nice. But that would be great if you had that help all the time.
Oh yeah, he's the other half of my show.
Aw.
He likes to wear funny wigs.
Okay,
so
well,
he's always got
now I'm intrigued. All right, so I'm just so far 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 3 egg yolks. Now I'm going to add some sugar.
Thank you, Fran.
He wears funny wigs. That's adorable. What a fun couple you guys are. You must be the favorite grandparents. You're, the in-law, the whoever the fellow mother-in-law, father-in-law are probably like, there's so much more fun than us. All right, sugar. Okay, now I'm just gonna whip that up. You know, one thing I keep forgetting to ask Santa to bring me is a mini whisk. I really want a mini whisk.
I want a mini whisk too.
Yeah, every time I see somebody use it, I go, dang it, why don't I have a mini whisk?
I can't remember the guy's name, but there is a guy on TikTok. He's got a big following, but he always does really great recipes. And I love the way he does his videos. But one of his signature thing is he's like, and grab your tiny whisk, and he pulls it out of his apron pocket, and it's like 4 inches tall. It is hilarious, and I want one. Ever since I've seen his videos, I want one.
That's great. Okay, so I put that little thing together, and now I put my sugar away, and I've got, God bless, I've got the coconut milk tab, so hopefully I won't be hamstrung. Oof, another reason not to have long nails.
And how long does this take to set up typically?
This is a quick one. This you could get all together pretty, I mean.
Drew Cooks, that's right, Jennifer. Yes, it's Drew Cooks. I love him.
Okay, I'm gonna start. So we get that, and then the evaporated milk, not condensed, evaporated. There's a difference, because condensed is the one that has like, it's like pure sugar. Now, but here's gonna be the problem. I gotta use the can opener. I gotta use the dreaded can opener again.
Yeah, but that one you can just get a hole in it and you can pour it.
I know, if I could find that. I was thinking that same, oh, thank God. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. You know what's the worst is I don't remember when we were kids. I don't think remember how they used to have the milk cans and they didn't have a lip? And it was so hard to get the. Oh my God, I can't even get this done. No, seriously, look at this. Like, what's the matter with me? Right, I'm gonna go back to the can opener. That is bizarre. I'm gonna try it again.
Or you could try, Mustard Queen says, just start it, slam it on the counter.
How can I do that? Won't I hurt something, Taylor? Oh my God.
No, I'm scared for you.
I know, you're so much stronger than me, Taylor. Okay, it's working. I don't know why, but it's working.
It didn't want to be slammed on the counter.
Yeah, exactly. It was scared. I love when it says like best if used by, and it's no longer readable. Well, let's hope. Why is it this color? Should it be that color?
Oh, that looks not like milk. What's the expiration date on that?
I can't read it.
Is it like 1982?
Yes. Oh my God. What's happening here? Look, I got a bunch of cans here. I wonder if it was all that, pandemic purchase. Best if used by. Wait, it's on the bottom. Here we go. Best if used by. Well, this is hilarious. This is what I get for not wanting to go to this. Oh, best if used by 2022. see how it works without. Just we're gonna do coconut milk.
What about regular milk?
Yeah, I could do regular milk. You're right. You're right. You're full of good ideas. Yeah, we use about a third of a cup? I think we only need like a third of a cup.
Everybody's laughing.
Good. I'm glad.
She's great. She's just rolling with it.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's like that Julia Child thing, nobody knows what happens in the kitchen. All right, so we got some milk. Everything's gone spoiled. That's really, well, hey, that's a way to clean out your cupboard. Look at the
Definitely.
Look at the expiration. Yeah, thank you, Fred. I know. I'm glad. I'm glad everybody's laughing. I'm glad.
My daughter said, Mom, do you know that I ate chicken and stars from the pantry the other day? And I looked at the can and it said it expired in 2020. And I said, well, how did it taste? And she was like, it tastes good. And I said, well, you're still here, so it's all right.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Well, my husband used to be like, oh, they just put those dates on to get it out the door. And I'm like, yeah, maybe at some point that it means something, though. Okay, so anyway, let's just review. So we've whisked the eggs, the sugar, the cornstarch, and salt together. In the saucepan, we've mixed the coconut milk and regular milk, half a cup, okay, low heat. And now we're going to temper the eggs. So we're going to put the hot milk a little bit with the eggs. And there you go. So I'm just going to put a little of the milk in the eggs. That's the tempering. And we do that so we're not like cooking the eggs, so to speak. So it's kind of like getting used to it. All right. I don't like super sweet stuff. So a lot of times a recipe like this will call for kind of a caramel on top or at the bottom. But that's just not my bag. I'm just not a super sweet. Let me move back over here now. Okay, this is the tripod that does not reject me, so let's try that.
Yeah, Trinity says you don't want scrambled eggs.
Exactly. There we go. Oh, ooh, I could smell the coconut. It smells so good. Oh, gosh, look, and the consistency is really coming together. So you want to keep doing this for about 5 minutes. Keep going, keep going. Welcome to Food Talk TV, live cooking, and you know it's live, especially when I open up cans. And the milk is turned dark gray, brown. Okay, so here we go. So we just want to get it to thicken. There we go. That's it. So there's a lot. The other thing, I did on my show something like this, and then I put it in a water bath in the oven, and the steam helped cook it, and that was delicious. And that's really fun. People don't do that enough. I got to do an episode with that, because the other thing is that you're not. I don't know, it just kind of changes it.
Yes, Jack, I will be cooking live tonight at 7 o'clock on my.
You're cooking live tonight at 7?
Yeah, I cook Monday through Thursday.
Wow, that's a lot of cooking.
Yeah, we do a few pop-ups on the weekends, but I do 4 nights a week.
So you do pop-ups in the Dallas area?
No, pop-up lives is what I mean. On the weekends.
Oh, okay, because we used to do pop-ups. And also, Mama T is going to be on Food Talk TV today in just a few hours. So come back and see her show. So I'm just so basically what this is I'm just waiting for it to thick. And then I'm going to put in some vanilla. Or if you wanted, you could put in some rum. Kind of depends on the flavor. Which actually, rum and coconut might be kind of good. I don't have rum, but if I had it, that would be delicious. And then it'll be put in a ramekin. I have it. That'll go nicely with my white bean dip. All right, since we're almost at the hour, I'm probably going to speed this ahead a little bit. But there's one way to tell if it's getting, let me get a clean spoon, I'll show you. To test to see if this is where you want it to be, is you put in a spoon and see if it coats. Seeing it staying on. So that's telling me it's where I want it to be. Oh, let me taste it. Oh my God, that coconut's really good. Okay, let's put in some vanilla. Turn off the heat. We did that all with a low heat. And I'd make a few of these and just set it aside.
Now, do you set that? Does it stay at room temperature, or does it go in the fridge?
Well, if I wasn't serving till this evening, I could potentially leave it out. But no, I would put it in the fridge. And if you could also take a pan with some water, stick it in there, and stick it in the oven, and it'll firm up quicker.
Do a water bath kind of thing?
Exactly. Do a water bath. Exactly, Linda.
Hey, Sin City Salts. Well, thanks for coming in.
Okay. Thank you guys all for joining Food Talk TV. Daphne Brogdon and Queen G here, riding side saddle, doing a great job as my co-host here. And then I want to swing this all around so you can all see the finished product here. Wait, let me move this. Well, for the big reveal. Ta-ta-da-da. Okay. So we started off with the white bean rosemary spread, which was really good. Yum. All right. Then, oh my God, it's got so much flavor. That's a home run. Then we did the Orecchiette. That's not Orecchiette. It's the farfalla with the broken up, let's call it rosemary sausage, even though it's probably fennel. Sausage with onions and sorrel, okay? And then we went on to our coconut custard, which is a great, quick dessert. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'm here every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Central. Now I will swallow. 1 p.m. Central, Daphne Brogdon, Daph Brog's my channel. Food Talk TV has a plethora of fantastic culinary creators. One of our newest, Queen G, is right here, and follow her on her channel. Follow me on mine, and keep coming back to Food Talk TV to see all of the fantastic culinary creators. And also, all our recipes are on foodtalktv.com. And don't forget to vote for Trini on the grub match, right?
That's right.
Yes, great job, Carrie. Oh, Trini, thank you for watching. You're so busy in the kitchen, Trini. I don't know how you have time to watch anybody else. You're so sweet. But anyway, okay, well, terrific. Okay, we're good? We're good. We're good. All right, listen, you guys have a fantastic week.
You too.
Bye. Thank you, Carrie. You're a big help.
Bye.